What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Tommy Props channel. Now today is one of the biggest videos we're going to make in a long time. Today I am bringing you the best picks and predictions for the Champions League final today between Arsenal and PSG in Budapest. It is currently about 1 hour and 45 minutes before kickoff. I wanted to leave it as late as possible so I'll get the information as good as I possibly can. But I have the 3 best picks for you and I'll get straight into it for you. So yeah. This first pick that I have for today is Kvaratskhelia to have over 0.5 goals or assists. It's basically Kvaratskhelia to score or assist. Now, you're probably wondering, have you got stats to back this up? I do, but for starters, if you guys have watched the Champions League this season and you've seen how good Kvaratskhelia has been performing, you will know why I'm using this as a pick. He's been an absolute monster. So a stat here, he's registered 10 goal involvements in the knockout phase alone, scoring 7 goals and 3 assists, which is absolutely ridiculous numbers. He's already proven that he's a big game player, and I think he's going to carry that on over into the final. Again, he's the first player in UCL history to record a goal contribution in 7 consecutive knockout stage games within a single campaign, which again is crazy, and I feel really bad for him because obviously he's not going to be able to put on a massive display at the World Cup. Hence, he's not going to be in talks for the Ballon d'Or. But if there was no World Cup this year, he'd really be up there for Ballon d'Or, which is a shame. Again, Arsenal have a weakened flank. They'll be playing without their primary right-sided defensive anchor, who's out of a knee injury. And his isolation play will obviously be very, very, very devastating. Again, he's a high-volume dribbler. So across the tournament this season, he's completed 60 progressive dribbles and made 36 distinct runs into the opposition penalty area. So he's always putting the opposition under pressure. And I know Arsenal's defense is good. I'm not saying it isn't. But I feel like Kvaratskhelia just has that quality to, exploit that. And get something out of the game. Again, the second player prop pick I have for today's game is Bukayo Saka to have over 2.5 shots. Now, you're probably thinking Arsenal are going to be sitting back. Bukayo Saka isn't going to get that much of the ball. Well, I think differently. So the stats say, obviously, Saka has logged 27 total attempts in 10 Champions League appearances this season, which averages around 2.7 shots per game, which, again, crazy stats right there. And in big games, he definitely has a volume boost. You can see this stat here is very, very, very interesting. In heavy continental matchups, his volume spiked well clear of his baseline. He fired 5 shots against Inter Milan, 5 shots against Atletico Madrid in the league phase, and another 5 shots against Bayer Leverkusen. So Saka does love a big game. I'm not saying he's going to score here, but in terms of shot volume, it definitely does increase in the big games, hence why I'm going for the over 2.5 total shots for Bukayo Saka in today's game. And again, he's a big threat inside the box. He's logged 50 touches inside the opposition box in Europe this season because he frequently cuts inside. So again, he's always looking for that shot wherever it is. And of course, while PSG's attack is absolutely electric, their defense does give up chances, and they've conceded 22 goals compared to Arsenal's 6 in the tournament this season. So Arsenal on the defensive side of things are much, much, much more compact, much stronger defense, basically. So for the last pick I have for today's game, this is going against consensus, and I don't care because this is what I believe. I think Arsenal will lift the trophy. Now, Arteta is currently on a ridiculous unbeaten run. His side marched to Budapest without having a single defeat across the entire tournament, which, again, crazy stats. They have vastly superior defensive metrics compared to PSG as well, and defense does win tournaments. It's as simple as that, and I think that is what's going to get Arsenal over the line today. Again, they've just won the Premier League as well. They have that, champions mentality right now. They're going to be on a crazy high, and I think it's going to carry over into the game today. And yeah, Arsenal have, across all metrics this season, been very, very, very solid defensively. They've been much better than PSG, and I'm a big believer in defense wins tournaments. Everyone's saying how good PSG's attack is, but Arsenal's defense, I really believe, will be able to shut out the majority of the threat that PSG have today, as they're going to be very compact and exactly what PSG don't want to play against. It's completely different to the Bayern game, completely different to the Bayern game. Bayern were very open at the back. Chiefs are constantly going for it. Arsenal going to be much more calculated, I feel like, and therefore the game is going to be, hopefully, an Arsenal win and Arsenal lifting the trophy. So yeah, that's been my picks for the Champions League today. Hope you guys enjoy the game. Let me know your picks down below and see you later.